joining me today. Lately, I've been getting a lot of questions asking me how I keep my studio organized and clean. And I think it's funny that I'm making this video right now because I've never really been the most organized person. I think a lot of it has to do with just growing up and realizing what I need in my environment to be happy. I wouldn't say that my studio is the most organized or perfect or how I would absolutely love it to be, but it's definitely at a point where I'm happy with it, where I walk in here and I don't feel drained. I feel inspired, I feel ready to create, and I feel energized. And that's a great feeling to have. I spend a lot of time in here. Probably the majority of my time I spend in this studio working, painting, packaging orders, editing videos, filming, all that stuff. And so if I'm gonna be spending so much time in here, I might as well make it comfortable for myself. And that doesn't mean that I never make a mess, because I absolutely do. I make messes on a daily basis. But the key is to do something about them on a daily basis so that it doesn't pile up and then I'm overwhelmed and frustrated and angry and all that stuff. And I try to apply this logic to the rest of the house as well. I like when a space is open and fresh and clear. So when it comes to my studio, I don't make giant messes as I'm painting. I mean, these wooden cart things definitely have some stains on them from paint and mediums, but I usually try to wipe it as soon as that happens, and it doesn't happen that often. But I mean, it's an art studio. Things are going to get messy here, regardless of whether or not I'm trying. It's just inevitable, because creating art and being a full-time artist, you know, making a mess kind of comes with the package. I would say that the worst it gets is when I have a major shipping day and I'm packaging a lot of orders. That is when it's a disaster in here. To me, the aftermath of a shipping day is atrocious. There's scraps flying everywhere, like paper, little plastic remnants of the plastic envelopes I use, just shipping materials. It's like, thinking about it drives me nuts. But here's the thing. I don't leave it like that. You know, as soon as I'm done with my shipping for that day, I pick everything up instantly. As soon as the orders are packaged and I'm not going to be packaging anymore that day, I pick everything up and I make the space look clean and back to normal again. Callie, can I have this? Thank you. I did it! No more disaster! Thanks for helping, Callie. But not really. So that's probably the worst it gets, is when I'm shipping, and that's just temporary. That's like in the moment kind of thing. Oh my god, things are a disaster, but I clean it up like right away. So it's really not a mess for a long time. Just purely in the act of shipping materials, things inevitably get messy. As far as painting goes, I do, you know, put mediums and jars and paintbrushes and things kind of go all over the place as I'm working sometimes. It's not really bad, but it's obviously not what it is before I start painting. And again, if you're really in the zone, you're really into your painting, obviously things are kind of gonna get a little bit messy, and that's okay. Once I'm done painting and I don't plan on doing any more painting that day, I'll just pick everything up. And something I've been doing lately is to actually set a specific block of time in that day to organizing, to cleaning up and making things look neat and nice again. So at the end of every single day, I'll do a little bit of maintenance, I'll put things back where they belong, I'll reorganize my paints, I'll clean my brushes. I think it's better to do a little bit every single day, to set a specific amount of time for every single day to clean up your workspace, maybe even the rest of your house. That way things aren't just going to pile up over time to, you know, at the end of the week or the month or however long you wait. You're not going to be overwhelmed with this pile of clutter and disorganization, because at that point it is overwhelming and you look at it and you're like, oh, I want to do this, and then you put this off and you put it off and it gets even worse, and then before you know it you're like, I can't take this anymore, and then you need to take a whole chunk of time to fix everything. And I think it feels better for me to just do a little bit every single day. That way it won't pile up. Goes for dishes in the sink, clothes, anything really. If you just do a little bit that day, if you take that time, later on you're not going to need to take a whole day or however long it'll take you to clean to make everything nice again. And it feels better for me. I really like doing this. It's not anything that I find difficult to do. It's just daily maintenance. And honestly, at the end of every day, at the end of every work day, it doesn't even take me that long. I usually schedule like a half hour for cleaning, but it never ever takes me that long. Like it takes me maybe 10 minutes, usually less, but on average it's like 10 minutes. And for 10 minutes out of a day to maintain the space and clean everything up so that it doesn't pile up and doesn't make me feel like crap later on, I think it's absolutely worth it. I'm flattered that some of you think my workspace is clean because it's really not perfect, but I would say it's a lot better than what it used to be. I like the feeling of a clean open space. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Hopefully it answered your question, and let me know what you guys think. Do you like to organize all the time? Do you like to do a little bit of daily maintenance to keep that up? Or do you just not want to do that and prefer to have like a big cleaning day at the end of the week or the end of the month? Let me know. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.